entrepreneurs. Welcome. Welcome to our Worthy and Wealthy Women's Wednesday. Hello, everyone. Today, we will be talking about the money scripts that hold us back. And we are live streaming on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So please make sure you post right down below, where are you tuning in from? Are you on Instagram? Hello, Instagram friends. Are you on Facebook or YouTube? Hello, my friends. So the money scripts that hold us back.
Hmm. Okay. So, Evie, the struggle is real. I just got off a call with a potential client. She was so excited about my coaching program. But when I told her the price, she said, "Oh, I love to, but I can afford it right now."
I hear you, Mindy. I hear that all the time, Mindy. Your client was excited about your coaching program, but then when you told her the price, she said she couldn't afford it. I mean, I hear that all the time. I swear, every time I launch a new program, a membership, people say, "Oh my God, that sounds amazing." But I don't have the money. A lot
Right?
of people say that.
I get it, Evie. I don't want to pressure anyone. And honestly, I feel kind of guilty charging so much money. I don't know.
You feel guilty charging money?
Hmm.
Okay, I understand. I understand that because many times for many of us, we may not be totally confident. May not be sure. I mean, but it's not about the money, is it? It's really about changing lives, right? It's really about the transformation. Welcome, everybody. Today we are in our Worthy and Wealthy Women's Wednesday, and I'm Evie Diaz. I'm a financial trauma healer, a financial empowerment speaker, and author. And today I am here with one of our fabulous fabpreneurs, Mindy Acevedo, who is a TV producer and actor and a badass confidence coach. What you just saw is a quick conversation that we played out for you because since Mindy is a coach, I thought we would play out something that may have looked very familiar to you. A conversation that perhaps you have had with one of your girlfriends, one of your friends. I know I have, not only in the past, but also in the present moment. This is a conversation that we're having. And so today, we want to dive deeper into this. What say you, Mindy?
Yes, I am super excited to be here with you and to be talking about things that I think are have become so natural when we're talking to friends or coworkers or colleagues, and things that are just part of our everyday conversation that maybe shouldn't be there. I don't know.
Absolutely. So let's talk about some of the ones that we kind of wrote that we've heard or we perhaps have said ourselves. So, helping others should come from the heart and not the wallet. I know that one sounds a little weird, but how would you have said it? Put it in the chat. If you're watching wherever you are on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, how would you say that one? I mean, do you ever feel like, it's hard for you to ask for what you believe your solution is worth or what you believe the solution and the value that you're bringing? How do you say that? Oh, maybe I shouldn't charge so much, or maybe I should comp people, or maybe I should barter, or how does that show up for you? How Write it in the chat there about that money script.
Right. So we're doing something fun today, right, Evie? So you
Yes.
just read one of the money scripts, one of the limiting money scripts or limiting money beliefs. And since I'm an actor, I'm going to do like a cold read, like we say in acting. So bear with me, please. Evie already said the limiting belief, which is what, Evie? You want to say it again?
Helping others should come from the heart, not the wallet.
Right. So sometimes this may sound like this. I don't know, Evie, maybe I should just offer more free sessions. I mean, helping women is a gift, right? Maybe I shouldn't be charging so much for that.
Right, right. So that could be the sound, and I'm wondering how it sounds for people. So put in the chat there what your thoughts are about that, because I want to hear from you. So there's another one that we came up with, and there's many of them, and we'll be discussing more later.
Mhm.
If you make too much money or charge too much money or ask for too much money, people are going to think you're greedy, girl. You're so
Mhm.
greedy. And this is all happening in our minds, right? So, how does that sound? Go ahead,
Yes,
act it out for us, Mindy.
yes. So, yeah, and if I raise my prices, what if no one signs up? People already think wellness retreats and things that help you improve your life are a luxury. I don't want to seem out of reach.
Yes, 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 yes. We came up with another money script, and tell me, how do these sounds and how do they play out in your monkey mind? So, the last one that we're going to do is you have to work hard for money, or I have to work hard for money. I'm sorry, I took on the acting spot there. I have to work hard for money.
So hard. Sometimes I feel like I should be struggling. Like if making money was easy, I'd be cheating the system or something, right?
Hmm. Yep.
So I don't know, Evie, what do you think? This conversation for me just sounds too familiar. I mean, reading these and playing out these things, I've set them myself. It's like every time I talk about money, I hit like a wall.
Well, I want to remind myself, and remind all of you that are watching that we develop these beliefs because perhaps we've heard them, we grew up with them, or we had a financially traumatic incident in our lives that occurred, that
Mhm.
they got imprinted in our brains, kind of like a tattoo. But like many beliefs, beliefs are just things that we've heard repeated multiple times. Now they're ingrained in our brains. So they're not necessarily true.
And sometimes it's not even ours, right? It's things that we grew up with or we heard when we were little and then they stuck with us, but they weren't really ours.
Absolutely, Mindy. Absolutely. So here's the thought, and write it there in the chat. Here's what we're going to do instead. Why don't we flip the script? Why don't we flip the script then? And if what you're charging is not really what your value is, maybe we need to reassess that, because the truth is that when we share from our hearts and we share our best and we charge appropriately, we're creating a win win situation, and we're coming from a place of abundance, of prosperity. And the truth is that when we thrive by helping others thrive, then we all thrive. Yes?
Yes.
Absolutely. So, in truth, there's no apology needed for us discounting or wanting to discount. We don't need to apologize for that, right? So, instead, what we're going to do is move away from that idea that I can't do it and they can't do it, and I can't afford it and they can't afford it. And kind of let's flip that around. And so, do you know what we call when we flip it around?
What?
We call that reframing and rewriting. And I am going to be sharing a little bit more about what are money scripts. And we're going to do an exercise this afternoon at 5 o'clock. So, all of you that are watching, mark your calendar for 5 o'clock and write in the chat if you want here, or DM me directly if you want the link to join us today at 5 o'clock, because we're going to have a discussion. And this is free for you to join today, Wednesday, 5 p.m. ET, where we're going to talk more about these money scripts and see how some of these and other limiting money beliefs, which we call money scripts, okay, have been created in your mind, and how they may be in the back of your mind really torturing you, maybe keeping you blocked or keeping you stuck.
Yes. And I don't want that. I
Nobody does. Yes,
don't
yes.
do.
So let me. go ahead and share a little bit about what we'll be sharing today so that people get familiarized. So let me go ahead and share this page. And the page, I'm going to first of all invite you to either DM me, or I'm going to put it here for those of you that are here live. So you can go ahead and register right now. It's free to join us. You can go ahead and register there. Hopefully, you see the chat. So take a look at the chat. And then what I'm going to do, and I don't know how this will work with both of us here, but let's see if I can share the screen so I can share it with people and tell people a little bit about what we'll be going through. So, this particular free webinar today at 5 is how to easily manifest money by healing financial trauma. Now, how does that sound to you, Mindy? Easily. Do we want to do it kind of easily?
I like that the way you said easily, because anything that comes that we can work on to improve ourselves, and it's an easy step by step process. I'm in.
Absolutely. So let's make it a little easy on ourselves. So we're going to be doing some practice exercising this method today at 5 because it does require practice. And I love the word practice. Go ahead and type in there the word practice if you love practicing. You know, practice, I like to use the word practice because what is the connotation behind the word practice, Mindy?
Something that you are continuing to do.
Yes, something that you're continuing to do because you want to perfect it, because you want to get better. And it almost seems like, it feels like it's not so forced. Oh, I'm going to practice so I can get better. Yes?
Yes.
So here's what it reads here, and I want to share it with you from our page. Imagine the weight of financial stress lifting off your shoulders. I want you, if you want to, you can close your eyes if you want to. Okay. And I want you to feel how your shoulders feel right now. Are they heavy? When you're thinking about money, your business, perhaps the lack of clients or the lack of money, does that feel a little heavy? I know I have felt it many times around here. Sometimes we feel it in the back of our backs, the lower back. And so when it shows up in the body, you know, we really want to look at the potential of it being financial trauma because it could be manifesting in our body and we feel it as pain in our body. I know that for me, it has manifested as pain and different illnesses. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But what I want you to do now is to imagine that weight being lifted. So if you're feeling a little bit of that weight right now, imagine like I come and there's a weight there, it could be whatever, and I take it off you, right? How does that feel? That feels so much better. It feels like you can move about easier, right? And you feel a little bit more relaxed, the back of your neck. Your head may not feel as tight, it feels more relaxed. So I want you to picture yourself in a very deep sense feeling peace, feeling at ease, trusting yourself, trusting God, universe. I love the word source, trusting source. And this is a daily walk. And we're going to talk more about that today at 5 because when we're able to go into that on a daily, as a matter of fact, I will tell you that right before I got on this live stream today, I called my prayer partner and I prayed with her like I do every day at 12 noon. And then I also had a prayer circle with my Unity family. And it really makes a difference when you tune in. And we're going to practice a little bit of that today at 5 o'clock. You can call it prayer. We call it intention here, but yes, when I'm with my spiritual family, I call it prayer. But we do it like an intention and we do some releasing exercises so that we can relax the brain and we can relax ourselves so that we can get into the mode of trusting ourselves, trusting God, universe, source, that we can heal financial trauma and that we can attract our ideal clients and we can manifest the money that we want. So, if you have noticed that you've had this kind of physical pain or even stress and anxiety over money, and you really have a purpose that's huge, and you know that what you have is good, and you're so good at what you do, and people tell you that you're so good, but you feel that there is a gap, okay, then let's go into this event today at 5 with an open mind, with an open heart. You know, anything that we do is about how we go into it, how we feel about it. And what I mean by that is, I always tell people, when you come to one of my events, do not come for me, come for you. Do not do anything for me, do it for you. Do it for you, your present self, and also your fabulous, financially free future self. This is what we call our financially free fabpreneurs, because there is a version of you, there is a version of me that is totally financially free. And yes, I love using the word financially free, and perhaps in the chat you can share with me what that means to you. And we're going to uncover that during our 5 o'clock webinar. What does that mean? And what does that feel like for you to be, to feel, to act financially free? Now, this transformational webinar will help you to learn a process to heal your financial trauma so that you can manifest money with ease. I invite you to not allow the old money wounds to deter you from your passion, your future, your purpose, because you are meant for a lot more. We all are, and we're all meant to shine. You know, like that Miriam Williamson thing says, we're all meant to shine like children do, right? So, what this means for you, that you no longer have to feel trapped in financial trauma, financial despair, financial frustration, financial anxiety. Instead, I want to invite you to step boldly into your fabulous financially free future self. Sometimes I call step into the light. Okay? By attending this today, you're going to discover the unconscious patterns that may be playing in the back of your brain, in the back of your mind, in your subconscious. You're going to know how to release some of those limiting money scripts, and also those limited and negative and low calibrating, low vibrating emotions like guilt, right? And then also we're going to do some guided exercises. So if you're feeling curious, and if you are a heart centered female entrepreneur, make sure that you go ahead and send me a message in my inbox if you know my email, or DM me here, or use the link that I've provided to join us. So, what do you think about that?
I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait. I just, I feel like anything that we can do now to help ourselves, and it's like an easy process, and you're there to guide us along, with an open heart, wanting the best for us. I think it's great, and I can't wait.
So here's what I'm going to do, because I'm feeling like inspired to do. So if
Yes.
you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes or keep them open, okay? And I'm going to keep them open just so that I can see you. Whatever you feel like as you're watching, whether the replay or live, I invite you to breathe 3 to 5 times, or 3 to 5 sessions, in this way that I just recently learned and I really love, from the Heart Math Institute. And it is called Heart Brain Coherence. And hopefully I'm not butchering the definition of how, or the terminology, but it is about breathing from our nostrils, breathing in for 5, and breathing out from our nostrils for 5, which is slightly different for me. And it brings me such peace. So I'm going to invite us to practice this breathing for now. So let's do it for ourselves. And let's just do 1 or 2 rounds just for the sake of time. But let's breathe in for 5 through our nostrils, and then let release, counting to 5 through our nostrils. So let's do that together. I try to keep my eyes open, but I couldn't. But we're going to do more of that. My intention is that those of you that are watching know that this is a divine appointment, not with me, with your divine self, with your higher self, with your fabulous, financially free future self. Because There are no coincidences. There's only what I like to rephrase as God incidents or divine appointments. And so I invite you to open up your heart, open up your mind, be willing to look at something in a different way and become open and receptive to the possibility. We're in this together. We're here to grow and to prosper together. So I invite you to join us today at 5, and I look forward to hearing all about you, either via an email, a DM, or because you're joining us today at 5. So I don't know if this is for you, but I believe that if you're here, it is for you. So if it is, make sure that you make it a point to be there at 5. And if there's anything else you want to share, Mindy?
No, I'm just looking forward to today, and just learning a little bit more how we can rewrite and reframe those limiting beliefs that that most of us have, right? That I think most of us grew up with, and it's normal. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just it is what it is. So I am looking forward to learning how to rewrite, how to flip that script. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Awesome. So I want to thank you, Mindy, for being my special guest today. And thank you for being part of our Fabpreneurs community. Thank you for playing along and doing that little skit, although I'm not an actor, and maybe we'll do more skits at a later time again. And thank you for those of you that are watching. I see some people are watching live. I thank you. I look forward to seeing you today at 5. Feel free to email me any questions that you might have in advance. And I look forward to seeing you then. So thank you and bye for now.